I said everybody is saying that dating Meg was the come up. The come up from dating Meg is because she's bad. Just look at her. But he's always dated baddies. Yeah. Also, what needs to be discussed, the reason why this wasn't a come up, he has way more money than Meg.
Listen, there are a lot of men out here who don't like women for real. In fact, they hate them. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of men who hate them. And let me tell you, there's a lot more men who hate black women, especially rich, beautiful, happy ones.
Women can't do shit. They can't do nothing. No. They can't dress how they want to dress. They can't dress conservatively. They can't be quiet and meek. They can't be outspoken. They can't have a job. They can't just be moms. Women can't do shit.
This is an Unsolicited Perspectives podcast, after hours uncensored sneak peek.
You really don't want to hear the first segment of the show that I released today, because I talk about that. You really don't. Well, this is what I said. If Klay cheated, because there's disputes of if he cheated or if he just said to her, hey, I don't know if I want to be monogamous. Klay has a history of cheating. So I'm going to say
it's not a leap.
That's what I'm saying. And I said that. I was like, it's not a leap. That it's more than likely he did it, but we don't know that for sure. Mm-hmm. For women there's a lot of women out there being like, he was on the come up dealing with Meg. And I was like, no, the fuck he wasn't. Like, what are you talking about? No, he was on the come up. He was. No, y'all didn't know him. Yeah, he is known.
We are, no.
No. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like that conversation with that woman that I had about Matthew McConaughey and Kevin Hart.
There's two different all rights. And Matthew McConaughey is the one that you're...
No, I was talking about who was more popular. And because Kevin Hart just isn't in her sphere and she knows Matthew McConaughey, she was like, of course Matthew McConaughey is more popular. And I was like, well, Kevin Hart is globally touring. Like, he's all over the world. I don't know that Matthew McConaughey
is all over the world.
Not like Kevin Hart. I don't think.
Well, it's two different all rights. So if you just
I'm not talking about that. Stop focusing on the all right. I'm talking about their overall popularity between the two.
I think it's apples and oranges. I'm sorry.
Exactly. It's apples and oranges. Klay and Meg is apples and oranges. Y'all know Meg.
He was not in the celebrity stratosphere. Period. He just wasn't. Klay don't got no shoe.
He does have a shoe. He does have a shoe.
Anybody wearing it?
First of all, what players have shoes that people are actually wearing?
Jordan.
He ain't even playing no more.
Doesn't matter. People buying them.
Ain't nobody out here rock. You know what people do rock?
Klay he is a known basketball player.
Right.
He is not a celebrity. That is the distinction. He's not a celebrity. LeBron, celebrity. Dwayne Wade, celebrity.
Dwayne Wade was not a celebrity as he was playing. Dwayne Wade, actually,
he became a celebrity when
he started dating Gabrielle Union. But
exactly,
this is not. Klay got a history of dating women.
This
might have been the biggest celebrity, but it's not
the biggest one, because honestly, Lori Harvey does nothing and is nobody. So I don't even know why who she dates. Like, the only reason Lori Harvey is famous is because she's dated so many famous people. So that's not even.
Klay, but who said that Klay was like actually looking to be a celebrity? If
nobody is saying that. I'm just saying.
My point was
he got into the celebrity sphere.
But who says that's the come up? I said everybody is saying that dating Meg was the come up. The come up from dating Meg is because she's bad. Just look at her. Her looks is the come up. But he's always dated baddies. He's got a history and a track record of baddies. Yeah. Also, what needs to be discussed, the reason why this wasn't a come up, he has way more money than Meg.
That's not, we're talking about fame. We're talking about celebrity.
No, that's what y'all care about. He don't care about that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not a then who's defining
Nobody
come up?
said that he came. I'm telling you that people are defining the come up by celebrity. I'm not saying it's right or it's wrong. I'm saying
Okay.
that people are defining the come up by the level of celebrity that he gained.
Oh, okay.
Whether
All
he
right.
asked for it, he didn't ask for it, he wanted, didn't want it, whatever. That's what people are saying when they mean the come up. That's what they mean.
Well, I think I refute the very definition of that being the come up.
I
Because
think
to
that
me, the
it's
come
not
up is always tied to, like, they bring up your lifestyle. That's a come up.
I think that it's not unreasonable that, especially in American society, general public puts a high value on celebrity and fame.
Yes, they do.
Yes. And so in the general public's mind, it is not unreasonable to think people want celebrity and fame. Whether or not that's true for the individual almost doesn't matter. But for a lot of people, the come up, if you're getting more celebrity, more fame, that is a come up. That is what people, that is a general thought. I think it's not unreasonable to have that thought. Now, whether or not that was something he was looking for, I don't know.
It's just Meg. Let me tell you how men think. It's just Meg Thee Stallion. That's enough. Take Meg Thee Stallion. What's her real name?
Megan.
Motherfucker, I know that. I'm talking about her real full government name. Did you know what her real full government Megan?
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
It's her name.
Her name, yes, her real government name is Megan what?
Megan Pete.
Okay, Megan Pete.
Yes.
Megan Pete is the come up. Forget Meg Thee Stallion, forget the rapper, forget the entertainer, forget the person on Broadway, forget the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way she looks is a come up.
Mm-hmm.
However, and once again, if he cheated, I'm not condoning that. He's fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
My problem has been women saying the audacity. Like, who does he think he is? He's fucking Klay Thompson. He's a $400 million man with multiple NBA championships. First of all, he's an NBA player. And I'm sorry, they cheat. Kobe cheated. LeBron has kept his cheating under wraps, but I guarantee you, he is cheated.
I don't know. But
that's what you want to believe, but
sure, because Savannah James is, to me, top tier. Like,
she's top tier now.
Top tier.
She's top tier now, and that's what money can do.
But for me, the audacity comes in with just what Megan wrote. You got me out here meeting your family. We're living a life, or you're making it seem like we're living a life that's going somewhere. And then now you think you can't be monogamous? Why did you waste my time?
Okay. That's one of the things that I touched on in the segment. How long were they dating?
I don't think they were together that long.
They weren't. They started dating in July of 2025.
Yeah.
They didn't even make it a year. They didn't even make it 10 months.
Yeah, but they're also young people. And
they're not young. They're not young. Klay is 37 years old. Meg is in her 30s. They're not
she's
young.
31.
They're not. I got married at 31. That's not young. My best friend. No, that's not young. You got through your 20s. She done got through the bullshit. Klay didn't shoot her in the foot.
Here's another reason why we go so hard. This is the exact reason why we go so hard for Meg. Because all of the men out there that are bashing her over this whole Klay situation are the same men who are screaming free Tory. And we have to be louder to combat that bullshit.
Okay, so because that explains a lot.
We have to be louder in our support of her to drown out those fucking haters.
All right, so as somebody who is not talking about no free Tory, because he's a bitch, and somebody who is a fan of Megan, and is not blaming her for being hurt for any of this. Y'all going so hard. I'm not looking at it as y'all are going so hard against the men that are applauding what happened to her, because I know that they're out there. But y'all
In
going so hard
droves.
is also like diminishing Klay's accomplishments. Saying, it's almost as saying like, who the fuck is he? And like, he is somebody. He shouldn't have did what he did if he cheated. We don't know that for sure. He shouldn't have did what he did. My overall statement was, they weren't together that fucking long. They weren't together that long. And guess what? When you're dating somebody, you do those type of things. You might introduce them to family. You might do family things because you're like, I'm digging this person. But guess what? At a certain point in time, facades have to drop and you see the real person. And then you might be like, ooh, I don't like this person. At least not like that.
That's not what happened, though.
Well, we don't know what happened.
First of all, you can't judge relationships by time. There are people who've known each other for a few weeks and they were married for 30-some years.
Okay.
So
but they didn't know each other. It may have worked out. It may have worked out. But they weren't living authentically in those 2 weeks that they know each other. They found out who each other was as they were going along and was like, oh, I do dig this person. Because that happens. You date somebody for 9 months, that facade drops, and you're like, ooh, I like this person even more. Because they're quirky. We're all weird. Our weirdness doesn't come out for a good 8 or 9 months. We hide it and suppress it. I don't anymore. I just let that shit grow.
Yeah, I'm always myself.
But some other people are like, let me hold back. They play these little dating games. So you don't get to know somebody. And it could have just been, yo, I don't want to do any of this shit with you. I thought I did, but I don't.
My thing is, he's got a history of cheating.
Yeah, no. He ain't been the most
faithful. So this idea of just now all of a sudden we're almost a year in and I think we're going somewhere, like this is heading toward a future, and now you say I don't think I can be monogamous. You knew that that before you met me.
No,
that's bullshit.
No.
You knew that if you had any self-awareness at all, you knew that before. And why did you even take me down this road?
No.
I refuse. You are inserting yourself
and you
your
are too.
Own,
and
no,
you are
I'm
too.
Not.
Yes, you
no,
are.
I'm
You
not.
are looking
I'm
at
looking
it from your point.
I'm looking at this
happened
man
to me, you
who
would doing
has
the exact same thing.
It wouldn't have happened to me, but if this,
I fucking can't stand you.
I'm looking at this man's history. First of all, if I was Meg, I wouldn't have dated him in the first place.
That's not
because
true.
He doesn't have a history of fidelity. Like
I have a long history of cheating, and then that shit turned around, and I just stopped.
I'm sorry, but if I met you and I knew that about you, I would have reservations anyway. And
having reservations is one thing.
Just because you've changed doesn't mean that the rest of the world has to trust you now.
Well, okay. So Meg knew his history.
Right. So if it was me, that's how I know I'm not inserting myself, because if it was me, I wouldn't have messed with Klay in the first place. But no, the reason I go so hard, one, I'm a Megan fan. And I think she's great. And it's like, how could you cheat on somebody so wonderful?
But you don't know her, though.
But I don't know her. But also, the reason I am so loud in my support is because of the men who are so loud in their not even support of Klay. It's literally just their hatred of her.
Yeah.
And to the point where my friend texted in the group chat, she was like, hey man, I'm seeing these comments with these men about Megan Thee Stallion, and she's like, it's concerning. And I said, listen, there are a lot of men out here who don't like women for real. They don't. In fact, they hate them. There's a lot of men who hate them. And let me tell you, there's a lot more men who hate Black women, especially rich, beautiful, happy ones. They hate them.
You might be right. And you explaining it to me, the vitriol of the men out there towards Meg Thee Stallion, like seen a little bit of it, but I'm not really in them comments like that. So I guess
A lot
like,
of them are horrific.
well, I know social media just a lot of this shit is horrific towards women just in general. Women can't do shit. They can't do nothing.
No.
They can't dress how they want to dress. They can't dress conservatively. They can't be quiet and meek. They can't be outspoken. They can't have a job. They can't just be moms. Women can't do shit.
Can't do nothing.
Like, not
and
a
the
damn
reason
thing.
why we can't do nothing right is because motherfuckers hate us. And it doesn't have anything to do with what we're doing. Those are just things that they're picking out. The fact of the matter is they just hate women in general. And they definitely hate Black women. And they definitely hate Black women who are getting educated. Listen, let me tell you something. The worst thing in the world when a guy is trying to get to know me is ask me what I do. Or to find out that I have my master's. Or that I own my own home. You know what I'm saying? That's boy. Then it's like, oh, you big time, huh? Oh, you got it like that? That's cool. Like, it's the resentment.
It's insecurity
that comes in. The insecurity, the resentment, and they just don't like women like that for real. And so
that's the
we
reason
gotta
why
be loud in our support.
Yeah, that's the reason why I said I need to have that superpower. So I can just smack sense into everybody. And so that makes a little bit more sense. But for guys like me who are just I'm hearing the other side. So you're hearing all the men defending Klay. I'm hearing all the women saying Klay ain't shit. And this is a person that I've been following for the last 13, 14 years. And to minimize his accomplishments, like, who the fuck is he? Even if he did something bad, you can't minimize his accomplishments because you don't like the act that he did.
I think,
but now I get it because it's the two extremes combating, and you got somebody like me in the middle, like, I don't give a fuck about this damn relationship. I don't care. People break up all the time, B.
Ultimately, do I care? No.
No.
But I want to clarify. You are hearing the women in support of Meg. That's what you're hearing. That's what you said, right?
No, I'm hearing women that are in support of Meg, but tearing down Klay as if he's a nobody.
Yes.
And
that is in response to what I'm hearing, which you said erroneously was defense of Klay. I'm not hearing a defense of Klay. I'm hearing vitriol for Megan.
Yeah, people celebrating that Meg got cheated on.
So to combat that, who the fuck is this guy?
Okay. And personally, I think they're both just as bad. I think they're both, because you have somebody in the middle like me who's just like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, this was a 9-month relationship. It wasn't even that. We've all been there 9 months. That really ain't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for watching this After Hours Uncensored sneak peek. Check out more shows on our Patreon page and YouTube membership.